What's up, everyone? We're GameSpeak.
And we're here to talk about our first episode, which is about Crash Bandicoot. But before we get onto that, we'll just let you know a little bit about ourselves. My name's Sid. I've pretty much been a gamer since I've been a little kid, like most of you guys listening. I've had a little dabble with all the consoles I can possibly think of. The only ones I would say I really missed out on was the Sega Master System. Go on, Igba.
Yeah, I'm Iqbal. I've been a gamer since the early 90s. The Master System was the first console that I had, and didn't become an avid gamer until the PlayStation 1. But I got that fairly late on, and I've been gaming ever since.
What's up, everyone? I'm Raz. I've been gaming since the late 80s. Started off with, say, probably the old Ataris, and then my first console was the Master System. And yeah, been gaming non-stop since.
Kind of quick thing as to how we all know each other. We've all kind of like known each other in person, but I think we became real friends when we started playing on the PS3 together. We're not fanboys of the PlayStation, but because we do play on it online together, you might hear us talking more about that. But try not to get detracted on that and think that we're PlayStation only. We are basically for the game, but we're pretty much into any good games. You see a good game on Xbox, we'll be into it. You see a good game on the Nintendo, we'll be into it. PC gaming as well. I mean, I haven't done much PC gaming recently because specs, we need good specs for it, don't we?
To keep up to date with them.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with it. We're going to try and keep this out as open for everyone to listen to. And first game we're going to talk about is Crash Bandicoot.
Yep, just recently announced the release date. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to that, especially the old school gamers.
Yeah, June 30th, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised by it because I love Crash Bandicoot. I've got really good fond memories of it. I remember, like, even on the Crash Bandicoot 2, finding out some secret path that I couldn't find on any other magazine for like secrets and stuff like that, and I felt like, wow, I found something that nobody else really knows about. So yeah, it's a special place in my heart. But I'm more surprised about the fact that there's so many like non-hardcore gamers that I'm hearing telling me that they're interested in pre-ordering the game. That to me is a bit of a shock. But Igba, do you want to tell us about your experience?
I mean, one of those games that I've missed out on the PlayStation. I think it was about the same time when I was looking at more serious games and kind of.
What are you on about?
No, you know what I mean, serious games. You had Resident Evil, the Tomb Raiders.
The ones where you had to run away from a boulder.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know you got to do that in Crash Bandicoot as well.
But it's more of a kiddie because you know what I mean. Yeah. So I missed that. But as I've grown up and looking back, I mean, especially playing Uncharted when they had that small segment where they were playing the Crash Bandicoot, I thought, wow, when I have played this again, I've never experienced it. I feel like experienced again after all these years. Very different from how I was during the late 90s.
Yeah. Do you guys believe that you spoke about Uncharted there.
Yeah.
Do you believe that had an impact as to?
I think so because I don't think I would have played that game, even thought about it, if they didn't come out with that. So it was a nice surprise when they had that segment in the game.
You were quite interested in that Crash Bandicoot part, weren't you, Ras?
Yeah. I think that kind of it was on the cards, so Naughty Dog knew about it. And I think that only built up the anticipation. Yeah. And it made people, think, okay, you know what, an announcement for a new Crash Bandicoot is imminent.
Yeah, I'm sure it gave them more funding.
Yeah.
It could have been a project that could have come out in a lot longer time, and they would have not been interested had Uncharted not have done so well with that. But I think the feedback from everyone was so fantastic. Yeah. They couldn't help but.
I mean, another reason why I'm so interested in Crash Bandicoot is my nephew's, who I want to be a gamer as well, and he's playing this PlayStation Eye game, which is very similar, where the character's just running up the screen. And I'm thinking, if you got a chance to play Crash, you'd probably love that and get into gaming.
Ras, what do you think? Do you think you're going to be pre-ordering that game, or?
It depends. Depends on how far I get down with, how far if I'm still playing Mass Effect or playing Zelda on the Switch. Mm-hmm. It all depends. But I missed out on Crash Bandicoot. Back when it came out on the PlayStation 1. Yeah. I never had a PS1, but I did play quite a bit around my friend's house. Or I used to borrow my uncle's PlayStation. Yeah, no, it's something I'm interested in. I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for that one.
Do you guys remember this old advert? I don't know if you've seen this or not. I'll hopefully try and find it and try and put it in the YouTube video. But there's an advert of Crash Bandicoot, like a person dressed up as him.
Yep.
And he was outside the Nintendo building, and he's like, with the microphone saying stuff at him. And
that's probably one of the first PlayStation adverts as well, wasn't it?
Probably, yeah.
back in '95 probably.
I was gonna say I don't remember the Nintendo bit, but I do remember someone dressed up as Crash.
Yeah. Now I know we're talking about Crash Bandicoot, but I kind of want to lightly touch on the idea of remastered editions.
Yeah.
This is what we're getting with. We're all excited about Crash Bandicoot to a certain extent. How do you feel about remastered editions in general?
You know what? I'm all for it. I never feel like the cheap cash. I know a lot of them are, but I was like looking at how games that were in '90s or old school games, how they look now, how they can evolve and bring nostalgia back. I'm all for it. I don't mind. I never have anything against them. But I know a lot of them are really stink, don't they?
Yeah.
But I don't think this one is one of those games that will, because it's a very, very simple game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, in this game, it's got a personal thing for me, and I guess that's the main thing, isn't it? They're marketing people who feel a personal connection with those games. There might be a particular game like a Mario game that might be remastered or something, and I've never really been into Mario games, I know, but these two guys I'm sure are. If there was a remastered edition of that game, I wouldn't be too interested. Same way I wouldn't be too interested in, like, let's say they got Mass Effect out. That wouldn't be my cup of tea. I know you guys love that stuff, but it just wouldn't be my cup of tea. And but then there's also the other aspect of it that I kind of hate as well, where they charge a shitload of money, for an old game, like Red Dead Revolver. We'll talk about that later as well. But the idea is that Red Dead Revolver was coming out for 15 quid on the PSN store.
Yeah.
As much as I love that game, I'm not paying £15 for a game that's just gonna look blocky on the screen, and that's where I feel like they're taking the mick out of me, sort of thing. I feel like if I buy that, you're thinking I'm a mug. That's where I kind of draw the line a little bit.
I think with Crash is quite an interesting one because it's like what they've classified it as is a AAA remake. Well, maybe it's a AAA remaster. They've kept the core mechanics of the game and upgraded the graphics. Which is good, but when you look at games like Street Fighter HD Remix, the mechanics were completely changed and it just didn't have that same feel as the old classic did.
So, definitely.
It'll be interesting to see how Crash Bandicoot plays. It really depends on the game. There's some games out there where they're remastering it and releasing it for no reason, like Bulletstorm. The game never, it didn't do well when it came out. I think it's overhyped as well. It didn't sell well, but yeah, it's getting a remastered edition, epic edition or something like that. They're calling it, which I don't understand why. But then there's things like Last of Us, which came out, remastered edition came out a year after the PlayStation 3 version. But that kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah, and it got to a lot different crowd, didn't it? And I think it did its job, and the graphics did look surprisingly a lot better.
Yeah, and then bear in mind as well, Xbox users, especially the Xbox users that migrated to the PlayStation 4, they might have missed out on that game. So I think it's a good opportunity for the people that missed out on the original to play it again. Or to play it for the first time.
And that's it for today. Let us know what you think, whether you want to pre-order Crash Bandicoot or whether you don't, or what you think about remastered editions. But whatever you do, whether you decide to comment or not, be sure to click like and subscribe. Thank you. See you again.